Right, there we go. Yeah, that,
Okay. Do you want me to take notes in the absence of,
yeah, I'm just seeing if, I'm just trying to get a notice here. Yeah, so to see if she will still be joining us.
Is it okay if I
Yeah,
write on this copy of last?
yeah, you could write on the copy of it. That was just, given for
Yeah.
reference there. And. Oh. I'm gonna show them.
I do, and I said, do you have the Zoom link for the meeting? She's like, what meeting? And I said, the Lorax meeting. So I don't know if she's in a position between flights to get onto the Zoom or not. She has not responded.
Okay. Well, do you guys want to just start the meeting and then maybe if they?
Yeah, if she responds to me, I'll
Okay,
let you know.
all right. Let's, I guess, call the meeting to order. At 6:17. Here, second.
Trent will not be joining us.
Oh, you want, okay.
He had an emergency.
Okay. So, do you, sounds like this flag in this room for the Pledge of Allegiance.
We can fix that. I can pull up a flag picture on my phone.
All right.
That surprised me.
Yeah, no, I usually,
Big, one big one. There we go. Ready?
okay.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
To say open mic, it doesn't appear that anyone is here.
Nope.
So I'm not seeing any.
Me too.
Like on Zoom. Yeah, none of the participants. So I guess we have one of the. I guess the first agenda item is approving the meeting, the minutes for the meeting of August 20th, 2025. Does anyone have any comments on the meeting minutes? They were written by Donna.
And Don did a good job.
So,
I make a motion that we approve the August 20th, 2025 meeting minutes.
I'll second it. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay, all right, so that's done. So then I guess the second thing would be to discuss and review the tree bylaw and ordinance guide. So I do have, highlighters here, that you can, and I see you already printed out the guide.
Yeah.
But I do have copies for everyone here that if you did not have one, so, you have your guide, correct? So I think the only thing that, what I really wanted to do was kind of go through it. If you want to at first kind of read through all 17 pages, kind of highlight stuff, so maybe just for a brief, just to be essentially quiet and just review the 17 pages. Just look through it, and then once we're all kind of done with it, kind of then, I guess, discuss, where the direction you think that we should be going in with this. And then from there, we can try to set up meeting dates after But yeah, so I'm just trying to get like a general sense of the board of where you guys wanted to go with this. Here. through, tell me when you guys are finished and then we can discuss there. If you have any, and I'm not forcing you. Okay. So, I think that I mean, for me, the big, I mean, the purpose of the tree bylaw is to obviously, we're just here trying to enhance, protect trees, but also add trees to essentially develop this, and then also to probably at least minimize, whether that's, making sure that people aren't hurt in that sense of like, in other words, like preserving a tree for so long that it falls over on someone's property or themselves. So I think I think that's what the balance that at least I've been trying to strike with it.
Yeah, preserving and yet preventing
Yeah,
injury.
yeah, like, so that's. When I was looking at, I mean, the biggest, I mean, it's on, it looks like page 6. So my question is, what were you guys? My more expertise is dealing with zoning.
Okay.
So I mean, I could, the landscape ordinance, interests me, and then also too is, I know it seems like the Lorax, from what the people is intending from that was also tree protection.
Right.
So, but I wanted to know what your thoughts are, regarding the tree protection, and what were your thoughts on? You had extensive knowledge of building houses and problems, and any others, so.
Well, some of the time I think we're gonna run into is in trying to do this is where is this ordinance bylaw gonna apply? Because we have already existing conditions that are in someone's purview already for streets and work. State does, on
Yeah.
state roads, that you get the town deal with, and you have in planning some already discretion over plantings and whatnot into
Yeah.
development. And I see it in conservation side, anything within buffer zone that is a potential problem or has to come down for, we'll say, buildings or something like that, has to be mitigated, at some point.
Yeah.
You take down 2 trees, you have to put back up 3 of certain size. I mean, that's further down the size. But, I think we already have a number of fingers in the pie, so we gotta kind of
Yeah.
cover all of it without stepping on too many toes.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's,
That's gonna be the problem.
yeah.
I mean, but that's my thinking, because we're gonna be bringing this back to town meeting, and this was the thing that people are gonna, what are the issues that the tree ordinance could clarify? What does this thing what issue are we clarifying?
Yeah. I mean, cause you said for conservation already is that if they take down, so what instances, for example, you take down 1 tree, you'd have to replace 3.
Right.
Cause that's what I was thinking.
Usually a minimum is 1 to 1, but generally we try to work with 1.5 to 2 for 1. But that's in a protected area, resource area. And that is mainly wetlands out in the buffer zone that we work with, either 25 or 50 foot, depending on the lot. So we usually would replace, as I say, at 1 to 2 for each one taken down. Sizes would be like 4 to 6 foot tall, or a caliper at chest height of, 2.5 to 3 inches. That's just guidelines that we use as to what you're gonna replace with.
Yeah.
But then, okay, at what point? We're looking, that's pretty clear, and it's been there a while. We're looking at something different in someone's yard, complaining about another neighbor, trees that are in the way. Do we get how deeply involved in that?
Yeah, I mean, I was more.
And if people, well, the other thing, if people see this
without, and they're gonna see it and assume without reading. We gotta be very careful as to, does that mean that I can't cut trees down in my yard?
Yeah,
Right,
and that's,
You can't tell me that, it's my yard.
yeah.
right.
Well, and I also too, that's not what I would intended either, because, you know, I had, it's a bit of a funny thing when, one of my former teachers had it. He has roots that are kind of pushing out his retaining wall.
Yeah.
And put in, he goes, AI, tell me what happens, if the tree continues to do what it's doing, and it showed the tree snapped in on his house. So, I guess I'm not trying to stop people from maybe like cutting down a tree. Or if they're trying to like, if it's, they feel that it's endangering themselves or their property, I'm more of looking at, all right. If this, you know, I think it would be, but I don't know, in general, the area, say you wanted to build a new house. And you cut down some trees, that you would actually plant trees. You know, and let's say it was 3 trees, you cut down, say you cut down 3 trees, you'd actually plant 9, but you would put them away from the property or something like that. But I don't know if that's,
My thinking right now, so I don't know how familiar you are with the state forest.
Manning.
Not Manning, the other one.
Us.
Yeah, and there's, on Turtle Cove there, there's a spot where, a section was privately owned. It's surrounded by state forest, but this was privately owned. And it's been sold to a company that's going to be building a landscaping business there. Yeah,
yeah,
and my thinking is it's surrounded by state forest. I don't want them clear cutting that thing to build their building, you know what I mean? Keep some of the trees, because you're surrounded by state forest. You know, but I don't want them to, yeah, at the same time, be like, don't put your building, you know? And there needs to be that balance of, okay, you're already building in a wooded area. Surrounded by state forest.
so, yeah, where would you, where would
It's
you?
a fine line, so do we need, don't wanna say,
That,
we don't wanna say, okay, yeah, click, you know, it's.
so that's a good point. So do you think that it would be that we should have if we were to create, let's say, in the ordinance here, one that kind of looks at how big the property is? And then relatively speaking, so if it's a very small property, that at least it's like, well, you can at least, or is it?
And there's gonna be those, you know, so say you're building, you've got a land and behind wetlands. So do we want you now all of a sudden to plant a bunch of villas that are gonna suck up all the water from the wetland?
Yeah, well, we would probably need to, and this is, I don't know if. But I would say like, so if there's invasive trees or trees that aren't native to here, that we could actually have like a guideline being, all right, well. This tree's come down, that's fine, but maybe you could plant some native trees. That's
That's what we do in.
so. I think
It's native plants.
So native, yeah, so give people an alternative to that, so like, listen, cause then we're helping get rid of invasive or non-localized trees that are around the area.
Yeah.
Putting in new, you know, trees, you know, that are, and we're give people options to do of native trees around the area. And, you know, cause different trees have different growth patterns and how they're gonna react. to the environment.
And the other thing, like, well, who's enforcing this?
Yeah, cause,
The tree warden that we don't have.
yeah, that's,
We do, the town has a
Okay.
position as tree warden, and somebody used to hold a job who was retired, and I don't think it's been filled. And
yeah,
I can't tell you who it was.
and we need to probably, I mean, it's going off topic, I guess, well, not topic, just. We should get the, before we bring the town meetings, hopefully we should have a tree.
Yeah,
Is my point.
going back to what you said about the lot and clearing, I think if kind of maybe on the guidelines of 20 minimum, not a minimum, maximum clearance of 20 feet around your structure.
Right, right.
That's it, because
You don't see a tree falling on your structure either.
Exactly. We just finished a project in Bedford where the town asked us to take more trees down
Okay,
because they were too close to the house and too
Okay.
shady and whatnot, which I totally agree.
yeah,
And most of them, 17 were cut down, 15 were pines. So, you know, it wasn't a
right,
loss.
the pines will fall pretty quick.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, if you're looking at guidelines for lot clearing, then, you know, maybe 20 feet, something like that. Outside the structure would be a maximum clearing area.
Yeah.
Unless it was a dangerous or diseased tree, and that would be handled on a specific basis for that one tree. You know, something like that. I don't know if that's the idea you're thinking of.
I think that's an excellent, I mean,
Yeah.
I,
you don't want a diseased tree.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah,
If it's diseased, yeah.
yeah, and my thing is disease and, you know, I've seen other communities too, where they try to protect older trees. But the only thing is that even if it's not diseased, an older tree, the bigger it is, like, you know, that can snap, you know, we had to cut down a tree in our yard because it was a giant pine. And if it ever died and snapped, it'd be
Oh, yeah.
going through my room. So, but yeah, I'm not that. So it looks like now we're more leaning towards not so much, maybe not tree protection, but more of trying to, like, when people encourage people to actually plant more trees if they're cut down.
And well, be responsible stewards of the trees that they have.
Yeah,
I mean, if it's a healthy tree and you're just cutting it down because you don't want to rake your leaves, which yes, I have a neighbor who did that. It was a perfect.
Probably, everybody else is probably blue.
Oh, yes, oh, and they still have rake leaves, but you know,
so,
Or if you're gonna build like pool in your yard,
right,
it's gotta be clear. How
right.
much clear are you gonna do? So some of that kind of has to work with building department.
With the.
Yeah.
Permitting.
yeah, well, I think, so the question I have then is regarding at least bringing it back to this is, because it seems like tree protection, let's see. I mean, it doesn't look like we're doing any type of view ordinance or, I mean, street tree ordinances. I think that's okay. So it's mainly just, let's say, landscape and tree protection, right? Or the two.
And well, does the town already have something that covers the public trees?
Well, the street, yeah, there is a public tree, so there is, so we do have that. We like to remove public trees that are like kind of endangering the roadway. So we've had, in the tree warden come in and ask us to take those down. So we forget what it exactly, it's for like shade trees there.
Right, and who's it, this Neville from the cemetery? I thought he used to do a lot of clearing like that, but again, it went through the tree wood.
Yeah, and then once,
What the council already has for
yeah.
shade tree, anything along the roads. with-
Right.
Yeah, so I'm not too worried about the street tree or I think the view.
Well, I think it's, we gotta make sure we include that, or
Right.
it all ends up in one place.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right, so I mean, go on.
I guess we need to maybe, here's what the rules we already have in place now and how we.
That should find out, and I would imagine Donald would probably have it. The tree warden, responsibilities of the tree warden now, or what encompasses that position, or what's that position encompass, I should say. You know, is there the shade tree act already in town, you know, on the streets?
Yeah, I think it is.
State.
I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I think it says at the beginning here, I mean, we definitely do have stuff that the tree warden is responsible for, which just,
Yeah,
it also would have been nice if there was a tree warden would have invited him to the meeting to actually talk about
Right.
it. Yeah.
So this is just the guy, this isn't.
Yeah, but it does tell the chapter was in chapter 87, seven. And I mean, really,
Yeah.
it seems like the state's more of like, you can build whatever tree ordinances that you guys want, if you want to strengthen it. There's a baseline, but
Yeah.
Right.
there's, so,
Yeah, chapter 87, shade trees,
Yeah.
public shade trees.
yeah,
How was it the tree ordinance that's already
that's already in there, so that should be,
published now? Okay, so what is public shade trees? Anything on municipal road or within 15 feet?
Yeah.
Of public road?
Yeah.
And does that apply to all town roads or is this just state roads?
And would it, I mean, the center, would all of those trees be considered public shade trees?
Yeah,
I think so, cause I know,
that's a state road,
yeah,
so that is under the state,
State.
yeah.
but does the town have the same
I think that,
bylaw or?
And we don't know, so now was, because
I think the last time,
the town.
bylaws, so the planning board, for example, I think down by the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
We had some trees that needed to come down because they were encroaching on the roadway, like they were gonna, fall off into the street, and we had to remove those.
Did you do who came to the planning board for that? Tree warden?
I believe so. I'd have to look at, this,
Okay, so then we get, what falls under the purview of the tree warden?
yeah,
Yeah, so we need to, maybe for our next meeting, we have.
So-
We'll get that on.
Yeah,
so-
we don't have.
so would we, so what would you, and this is just more of. So, cause this guide at least gives us, so the next step would be basically. Getting all the laws that we have regarding trees, separately in the town, at least.
Yeah,
And then from there, going over those. And then,
and see where we need to strengthen.
Yeah.
Yeah, to strike.
Yeah,
all right, okay, well, I mean, at least and then you can still look at the guide too, with this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
there's,
a very, this is a handy thing, I like,
yeah, I mean,
some of these things written, I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah,
yeah. So I mean, this one just, I think this uses Lexington.
Yeah.
Looks like.
well, it looks like they use a couple of different, I mean,
Yeah.
this is the town of Greenfield in here, and so they got different towns.
Yeah,
City of Amesbury, City of Culver, City of Chicopee. I love saying Chicopee, said it funny.
Well, yeah, so I guess. And then I guess in the future, and this is just, I think, talking out loud here, given there's so much. With regards to the guide, and you guys mentioning past getting, I think we would have to have. Get opinions, once we look at what are actually our laws are right now, and what to strengthen. Which we can do at the next meeting, the meeting after that might be. Oh. Getting maybe, Mark Lemire. Maybe the plan.
Yeah, once we-
the town, like, it was,
something together.
yeah.
Because some of that would. If somebody comes in for a building permit, he would have to have that kind of information to give to them to know that, you can't cut beyond so far, on your lot away from your structure. And things like that, be included in some kind of a building permit. So he would be involved in it, at least in
Right.
once it's established guidelines.
And then also too, I just wanna know, I think it's important to understand his bandwidth within his office. I know he's always coming at us all the time going like, if you guys put this regulation in, it's like, what can I do? What's my bandwidth? So I think that's just, and I think this at least establishes clear what this does have is good. I do like some of the, like I said, these sample definitions. So a lot of these here, I think we could probably use,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, but it's already done, no sense of reinventing.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we're just basically
Picking and choosing.
picking, getting it so that it works for Billerica.
But is there, or should there be, or do we even wanna go close to somebody, an existing lot, existing house, and just people just decide they wanna get rid of more trees and clear their lot? Can they do that?
Right.
It's their lot, but.
But
But if there's,
is there,
I mean, if they're taking down a tree that's like on the corner that's shading the road, how close to, it's still technically on their front, I mean.
I go through the road, I think it's like 50
There's-
foot from the road.
Right.
Beyond that, you know, are we
Yeah.
in private property? Are we
Yeah.
on municipal property?
Right.
I don't. I think that at least it should, if we're, really with using the guide. Just on, maybe, I don't know if it be tree protection or, is not stopping people from. All right, you can clear the trees, but like, someone who's just like, hey, I have seen, there's like 15 trees in my yard, I just wanna cut them all down. And just have grass, be like. Well, you can cut those down, but, maybe actually plant some other ones. That essentially to replace those, not necessarily clear cutting the whole yard and just having a giant
Right.
field
And-
per se. I know,
Yes.
cause it fringes, like, if someone's like, maybe I just want a grass yard, but
Yeah.
the whole.
Maybe I just want to pig my front yard. People don't, that-
Painted green, that's all.
Yeah, I have that astroturf, but. Cause the whole, there should be at least some teeth to that to say, hey, but not for, if it's something, trees near their property, like, they feel like it's going to threaten them, or, cause I don't wanna create a bylaw, basically, that, where someone has to go through this kind of Kafka-esque, process to get a tree
To cut
removed.
a tree.
And then either someone gets hurt, or their property gets smashed, or their car gets, something bad happens, and then it's like, great, that's kind of on us, because we
Right.
made it.
it so they couldn't cut down this tree.
Yeah, and I don't, but if we make something that says, all right, you can cut this down, if you feel like it threatens your property, but you gotta move it. You gotta get a native tree and plant it
We
somewhere
don't,
else.
we wanna encourage people to have healthy trees in their yard
Yeah,
and have trees in their yard.
yeah, I think that's the main thing is, having trees or at least I've seen here, like a tree fund, at least giving to a tree fund. You could technically have, I don't know if that would be, if you guys would be more into that, is, all right, you have someone who wants to clear cut a lot of trees or whatever, that they would still have to contribute to the tree fund, which we could then, maybe Borica could use that, say, it could be a fund that you could use to plant trees on municipalities, or, so essentially is that the money is used to buy other trees and put trees elsewhere within the town, if the property owner, then it's not forcing the property owner to keep those trees, but at least it's a monetary thing that can be used to put trees elsewhere in the town. I don't know, what are your feelings on that? I see it back and forth on it, so.
Yeah, I mean,
On making them pay a little extra to take the trees down.
well,
I don't know how that would work, actually.
I think, like, I could, like. Somebody who's like, I want to have. Paved my front yard and absolutely no trees in my backyard, and right now there's 20 trees in my backyard, and I'm cutting them all down, and I'm cutting down 3 trees in my front yard so that I have absolutely no trees. Somebody like that, maybe say, okay, well, you can do that. Can you contribute, we need you to contribute to the tree fund so that a tree gets planted on public land. But only but then it would have to be very specific, somebody wants to clear cut. Maybe.
Yeah, I
It is.
just, I can see that and call it, well, for what it is mitigation.
Mitigation, right,
Mitigation for removal of these would be contribution of other trees or
simply lots.
that the town could put in town property or public.
Yeah, that's what I was
Okay.
trying to get with the option, just whether you can either plant new trees in your yard to replace the old ones, or you can give it to the tree fund and they can go plant the trees somewhere else. It kind of make it like similar to the sidewalk fund that was with the planning board. Sometimes we would say, can you build a sidewalk here? And if you couldn't build a sidewalk, hey, can you contribute money to fund sidewalks elsewhere if you have a sidewalk to nowhere? And in a similar vein.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah.
do that with trees. But.
Yeah.
So. Well, did you do that for Lantheus? Last time we saw them at a meeting, it's still, the sidewalk thing is an issue over there.
So it's funny that you mentioned that. So,
It was pretty big.
so you know the land next to it,
Yeah.
the land next to it, and this is. I don't wanna get too off topic, but essentially the land next to it, I remember that board was saying, and the former board member was like, oh, no, no sidewalks there, it's kind of a dangerous area. And then we get the land use property, and they're like, oh, let's put a sidewalk there. So, anyway, so.
Okay, so it's up in the air yet.
Yeah, well, I think they are doing a sidewalk. Trying to remember exactly where, but the land use probably did do a sidewalk, but anyway, we're getting all, off topic on that, so. Let's see here. So, it seems from the. I guess. From the guide, I think that, I mean, the most important thing maybe was we should just follow and the samples, and so.
Yeah.
Why don't what we do is next time we're in the meeting, kind of just try to fill in the sample outline almost. So to the best of our ability. So we look at what the laws are right now, we try to create a definitions for maybe just even the title, purpose and definitions. And then, we're not gonna obviously do the whole thing,
Right.
but just a certain sections each meeting, so like, the next meeting, we go, okay, what is gonna be the title of this, and what is gonna be the purpose? So at least we're getting title and purpose, and then we can get into what definitions, and we can even take the definitions from this.
Yeah.
And then, cause I mean, that's really what,
Yeah, Yeah, 'cause
it,
Fall River Tree Ordinance. Tree Protection Ordinance of the City of Cambridge, yeah. I mean, it can be very,
the whole point of it would be, I think,
I think
the purpose. Or at least the tree bylaw is
yeah,
to protect maybe certain trees and encourage. People to plant trees or to,
well, that could be more into the purpose, keep
Yeah.
the title nice and short,
yeah,
so people can find it easily.
so.
And then-
So, at least for, yeah, so that's,
Yeah,
I mean, that's
Yeah.
for another meeting, but at least
that's our,
we at least try to get,
marching orders, you know?
yeah, the title, purpose, definition. Jurisdiction is. That also, well, you look at the existing laws and see.
Yeah,
who's-
so the jurisdiction mass, so our mass laws require that you have a tree warden. We have a tree warden who is not filled right.
Not help us out.
What is the existing position overseeing town?
Right, what does our tree warden that needs to be hired actually do. Yeah,
So I guess.
and then administrative responsibilities would say, okay, yes, this is gonna be part of the tree warden's responsibility, or. Oh, look, Town of Grafton did a public shade tree management advisory board. That advises the tree warden.
Some communities will have boards that will advise boards that will advise boards. So,
Yeah, and that gets a bit much.
Um,
Too many people with too much time on their hands.
yeah.
Good ideas,
You
John.
should, I think, I don't think, it's like, yeah, it's like Bergen can't afford to do that. So, just given the size of the town, but.
Do we want to? Um. Discuss when, Mary is, I guess, watching grandchildren?
Yeah, Mary's watching her children.
Is it on
So,
Wednesdays that she does that?
yes,
So
so,
maybe we need to pick a different date to.
yeah, so, I mean, we can discuss, I mean, on the agenda.
What's the next thing on our agenda?
The next thing on the agenda was just selecting the next meeting date and
Okay.
also to, what, maybe try to plan out our schedule even more than that. So we're not doing this
Oh,
every meeting, and then I was just trying to see, like, cause I'm just right now trying to create a roadmap, like, how many meetings do we have currently? And I guess we'll move on from the guide, we're doing it, we kind of discussed it. So what is, obviously finding the next meeting, which is October. So we have 1, 2, 3. So no, October, November, December, that's 3 meetings. We just do that. January, which is now 4, February 5, and March. I mean, March would be cutting it close.
Cause that's when the.
The warrant, I don't remember exactly when the warrant closes for that, but I mean, that, if I use
February, March, maybe.
I know it's March, but I'm trying to,
The first of the month.
I think it's maybe the middle. I think, so I'd have to just see,
'Cause May is town meeting,
I mean,
spring town meeting.
at that point, I would just try to get, what I would try to do is get the. Cause the planning board's also probably gonna wanna dig into this, and if it's the objective based off of the open. It might be best at that point to go ask them if we have a complete article,
Yeah.
planning board adopts.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to get the lawyer to review and everything too.
And everyone, yeah, so it's,
So, yeah, so we should plan out. Plan out when our next meeting is gonna be.
at least that, yeah, so I'm trying to get, let's see here, what do we have? Well, let me ask. Yeah. So it says that here, so Mary says on Mondays and Wednesdays, she doesn't, it's not really possible for her to participate.
Okay, so
And
then,
that's because it's because of her grandson. She
Right.
takes care of her grandson, and so that's
Right.
been the challenge with her. I was trying to get, I think the first time we're meeting with everyone,
right,
I didn't get an email response on my. I was like, all right, everyone mentioned their dates, so I could just talk to
Right.
Donna to get the Wednesday date there.
Mhm.
So,
and, I'm sorry. Do you prefer William or Bill?
Oh, Bill.
Okay, check. Bill, what works better for you? Tuesdays, like, if you can't do Monday or Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday or Friday.
Well, Mondays, every other Monday is conservation meeting.
Right, so you can't
So
do,
that
so,
doesn't work.
well,
there.
Mondays are out. Mondays I have both of them, so.
And your other meetings,
Can anywhere from Monday to Tuesday,
Yeah.
and then I got some Wednesday meetings, so. I mean Thursday, but my question is what about Shelley now? Does she
Yeah.
have something on Thursday? That,
Remember,
that was the only thing I have to look at. Hold on, just give me a moment here.
yeah, look at the see if she had put in,
Cause I think everyone posted their schedules down, so I just wanna,
yeah, but I think that was pretty much just that first
for
meeting.
that first meeting, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because we were working around vacations and stuff.
yeah,
Well, no, I know that, but I'm more of like, for at least like. Cause I thought people mentioned at least like, oh, here are my days available, so I'm just trying to.
Yeah, I can't do the first Thursday of the month or the second Thursday of the month, but the third Thursday, the fourth Thursday, the fifth Thursday. So we run into Thanksgiving on Thursday.
yeah, like
November.
the fourth one there.
The dog park meeting on the first, and then I have another meeting on the second Thursday. Do October 16th. As long as there's not a town meeting.
October 16th. Well, so here's the problem with that is the planning board was just talking about October 16th being a
Yeah.
possible meeting day.
Right.
Because
Because
we're
town
screwed up
meeting-
from town meeting and then,
Seven,
Yeah.
nine, definitely.
I mean-
14th and 16th, and town meeting that's long.
so well, town meeting's screwing up everything for.
Everybody's schedule,
It
yeah.
always does.
It's fun here, let's see. So, yeah, I see yours, the previously accept, okay.
And it could go towards the end of October.
Yeah, so we're looking like,
Unless you guys wanna do in October, the end,
well,
a Friday, I don't know. I know Friday was like, people are like doing stuff, but I don't know. Or, Thursday,
23rd.
the 23rd works for me.
23rd, so that
Thursday.
would be a Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday is, should definitely be best town meeting.
Definitely.
Yeah,
If we're still in town meeting, then we're in trouble.
oh, there's a lot of,
Yeah,
yeah, so, well, the 23rd could work for a Thursday. It works for me, I think it works for.
works for those prices.
Yeah, I know, well, I think it works at least for Mary, but I'm not sure on Shelley. Do you know? Oh, let me look this, I'm just trying to find Shelley's.
I sent her things asking, can you know, there's, she might be back on a plane, so she might be able to answer.
It sounds like she travels a lot, so.
Yeah,
I'll be available next 4th. I didn't see anything particular about Thursdays. I'm just trying to remember. Did she say any aversion to anything Thursday?
I don't,
No,
Yeah, because what was last time about Thursday? Was there?
well, it would have been me being the dog park meeting,
Oh, okay,
because we were trying to do the beginning.
okay,
Right.
so,
And I have a meeting, I have a church meeting on the second Thursday.
so the 23rd Thursday, they'll work with you?
Yes, 6:15.
Yeah, I mean, we can do that time. And then also too, what about? Is it too far ahead to think on November's, or is there?
So we could tentatively keep it that third Thursday
I think
and see if,
to the week before Thanksgiving.
yeah, so we before Thanksgiving and next meeting, just check
Why don't we
whether.
put it tentative the 20th,
20th, yeah.
and we can confirm if that Thursday becomes a problem.
So,
You know, we'll have time to change it.
okay, so basically the October 23rd, we should plan for our next meeting.
Well, October, we'll say we'll,
Tenant,
I'll put in the meeting notes that I'll send to you guys, that we're gonna tentatively do Thursday 20th, unless everyone on Thursday, the 23rd objects.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that, the October 23rd, Thursday, don't have a problem. You seem to be good for it, you seem to be good for it, so we just really gotta get, so hopefully, Mary will be able to do that Thursday, so we can get her in the meeting. And then, hopefully Shelley can do that as well.
Right.
So,
So that gives us 2 meetings planned out and,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
let's see, you know,
I mean, and once we'll agree, that's tentative, in November 20th. So I guess what I can do is, I guess the next meeting, and I don't know how you would want to have it first here for the agenda, is would we want to review first the essentially what our laws essentially pertain to
right,
trees within the town?
I think we should have that.
right.
And then also to, I don't know how I would think of the wording, look at creating, sample, well, I would say create our own, sample outline for a tree line. So this is not, it's a complete rough draft. And maybe we focus on section title, purpose, and definitions.
Yeah.
And, or maybe even just title and purpose, maybe not even get, or do you think we should do?
Definitions, I think, they're pretty clear in there, and I think we're probably gonna say with what's there,
Yeah,
you know, in this guide
Yeah,
to that, if we have to add a couple. But I think we
Yeah.
should get down to jurisdiction,
jurisdiction, okay,
only to say. By then, we have. What exists in the town already?
yeah,
You
so,
know, cause you know, there's some that comes out of planning, there's some that's already in conservation.
right,
What comes under the tree warden and DPW?
yeah, what comes after, what's planning board, so I think, I
Yeah.
can. It's a bit,
I think once we get over that hump to see what we already own, who's responsible and how we can kind of put it
yeah,
together.
cause it seems like it's all over the place though, cause
Yeah,
there's stuff for you, conservation, there's stuff for me,
yeah,
planning board, there's stuff for the tree warden. There's stuff for, it feels like there's,
what was there was another organization group you mentioned. Before DPW,
conservation, DPW, planning. What else? This, it's, I thought cemetery had something in there.
yeah, cemetery,
yeah,
yeah, probably.
And I think that was some time back, it's only because I'm trying to think of Neville's whole name. But he was very involved in it, and he was with the cemetery department, and he did a lot of. You know, road work, not road workers, because that's highway and DPW, but you know, tree work. And things for the town on municipal property,
Right,
where the highway and DPW's roads.
right,
But like, in this property, you
right,
know, who takes care of this?
right,
It would probably fall back on DPW now.
yeah,
Works.
right,
But before, when it used to be highway department,
right.
you know, that, we don't know, so that's what we gotta put it all
Yeah,
together.
so I guess, I mean, yeah, so I can have an agenda item that. Basically says when I put the agenda out, going over what's already in the town. And then from there, I guess, creating at least the first 4 sections of a sample outline.
I think we really should give it as good a shot if we can, at least the first 4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then,
I think that's cause time's it's gonna go quick.
yeah, that's good, so I want to.
Are you going to email out the agenda that we have?
Yeah, I can do that, I apologize. Yeah, I have everyone's email, so I can email that out.
Yeah.
I Also, I will email that out to you. I just wanted to let you know though, because it should have been posted.
I didn't.
And
I know.
it was,
It's posted, but we can't see it.
didn't see, yeah, they put it on the pool, because I literally told Donna confirmed that she had received it. And
Like you saw, they're probably somewhere else they didn't see it.
yeah, so that's because obviously I want people to attend the meetings, not,
Yes.
Right,
like, the whole point is it's not a dark, you know,
The
Yeah.
next thing is getting the information about what exists now from the different
yeah,
departments.
and I can, I
I
have,
don't know if Donna will be able to
Yeah.
pull any of that together for Weston, or if we have to.
I mean, I'm on the planning board, so I can get at least the planning and talk with Kat, so that would be my first thing. Then I can go to Lumiere, I can go to everyone and kind of get that information. And
yeah,
I think that then I can send that information to you guys, and I can send that via email, and
Yeah.
I will make sure to, I mean, I'll send you the agenda. Right after it's posted, or maybe I can send you guys the agenda, correct? If I'm just sending it to Donna, and can I CC you guys on that? I don't want to create an open meeting, but, so I just CC you guys on that? Or?
Yeah, for the agenda.
Yeah, for the agenda, just, okay.
Yeah.
So I'll have, also, when I'm sending them the agenda, you guys will just be able to see the copy that I sent.
Yeah, 'cause she needs what, 48 hours?
Yeah, 48 hours. So I did send it to her before the 48, so,
and. You know, I've been taking some notes, so I'll do up the minutes from this meeting and.
For the next.
Yeah, and I'll email it out to all you guys,
Well,
or should it go to Doug?
enough after it's approved, it goes to the
Oh,
clerk.
goes to Donna after it's approved. So I'll send it out to all you guys, you could tell me, hey, Brendan, I forgot to mention this.
Yes, if it needs to be changed, but it goes down with clerk after.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there,
Brendan, you spelled this wrong again.
no, yeah, I'm not much of a Scrivener's error person. If I know, if they've been approved, I'm like, whatever, cause I'm notoriously with my ADHD, I mess up all the time on stuff like that, so. If I notice it, maybe I'll mention it, but other than that, I don't think most of them.
Yeah.
It's to get the point across. That's all it is. The message doesn't have to be perfect. It has to it's conveying what we're talking about here. So, okay, so we have, October 23rd. And for our next meeting, and basically it's see what existing laws we currently have right now. And then create, at least a draft sample outline of the first 4 sections, title, purpose, definition, jurisdictions.
Yeah.
Okay, so those will be the 2 things, and then obviously, so.
Right,
Okay,
and hopefully we'll have a flag we can.
and then, yeah, and then tentatively, the meetings, maybe November 20th, that's not.
Right, no,
Okay, all right.
so, adjourn,
Second.
second.
Favor.
Yeah. What time?
7:15.
All right. All right, and that's it, and now for the recording, I just, I just started this, and so now it's just,
Well, I mean, as long as that's running, if you shut it off.
it just, and okay, and meeting